good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to At America. We are the U.S. Embassy's American Center. First and foremost, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ara, and I'll be the MC for today's event. And for those of you new here, At America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and our mission is to provide a space for people to learn more about the United States through our events and also our programs. And everyone, our event for today is titled Swift at America 2025 Mega Submission. But before we start our event for today, everyone, we have a social media quiz for our online viewers. And the question for today is it true or false? Swift was created by a Microsoft engineer. If you think you know the answer, you can submit it on our social media platforms. And for those of you who can answer it correctly, will receive a live shout out by the end of this event. And now I'll be passing the stage to our moderator for today's event. He is from iOS Developer Indonesia. Please welcome Kak Adityo Nugroho.
Thank you. Where is the applause? Thank you, Ara. All right, everyone. So, again, thank you for coming today, especially for our friends Octavianus and IPLS from Innovation Sellers, and also fellow learners from Bina Bangsa School and also Bina Nusantara University and others campus and also schools that watching us online. Let me introduce my name once again. My name is Tio. So today I'm gonna hosting an event that we called Mega Submission Day. Why? Because this event is actually a catalyst for every educators and also a learners to start your own submissions to a global competitions, which is Apple Global Competitions that we called Swift Student Challenge 2025. Next. So these events cannot happen if this person is not connecting together. So we just connecting the dots from every professionals that that using their own skills and also understanding about Apple ecosystem in educations. We collaborate with Apple teachers and also APLS that we know, and also we calling for others Apple certified trainers that coming to this stage and also tell about what students can do in Apple devices, especially Swift Playground. So give a round of applause for these people. Right. Next. Yeah. Last month, yeah, because Swift at America is the monthly event. Last month, this is Mr. Haryanto. He is the one of the technical mentor from Apple Developer Academy in Indonesia and also Apple certified trainer who already told us about AV foundations. And also, I bringing two of my personal mentee, Selo Farrell and also Farrell Berwin, who already applied last night, who already applied last night for their submission to the Swift Student Challenge. So we are also waiting for you to start applying by today. And last month, they are presenting about what they built and also what they submit to the Swift Student Challenge. So to watch their episodes, you can just scan the QR code and then you can learn from Haryanto, Farrell, and Selo. Next. And during the Swift Student Challenge campaigns, we already host at least 4 sessions from the November, December until today. So there is a lot of speakers that you can see again on the Swift at America YouTube. Just go to the YouTube and you can find what is interesting in the Apple ecosystem, especially Swift Playground. Next. Yeah, and also please give a round of applause again for these people, these amazing people. Yeah. This is the professionals in the ecosystems that spend the time and also knowledge to help us create these events in Swift at America. Okay, so next, Okta. Without further ado, again, in today's sessions, we want to drive the submissions from Indonesia to the Apple Swift Student Challenge submissions, right? So if you watch us online, this episode actually is a calling for the students to start applying today and tonight because we are really close to the submission deadline, which is tomorrow, yeah, 23rd of February 2025. So you can scan the QR code to check the eligibility and also to check the deadline. Next. And as I'm also told you, this is the timeline, the effort that we made together with several partners at America, Innovation Sellers, the APLS team, and also Digimap as our partners to create a learning timeline that help Indonesian students to reach the mega submission day. And this effort is not more than what we believe. Next, what we believe is we can bring Indonesian students to the global stage to a Swift Student Challenge. Now, special for today, I'm inviting my friends Octavianus Gandyajaya. He is the Apple Professional Learning Specialist who running Swift Coding Camp program with Bina Bangsa School. And special for today editions, Okta also will invite his students who ready to apply today, their project to the Swift Student Challenge submission. Again, without further ado, I will invite Okta to the stage to tell us about what he already did in Bina Bangsa. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Okta.
All right. So thank you everyone for coming, and for those who are watching online. Yeah. So today is a very special day for me and for Theo and for everyone, student in here and who are watching, because this is like a very special event for us to, in Indonesia especially, yeah.
Right.
For us to do a mega submission together, right? So again, my name is Okta. I'm an Apple Professional Learning Specialist from Innovation Seller. I also a mentor at Apple Developer Academy. So my job and my passion is to inspire everyone in here on how we can integrate Apple technology in both our learning and our ecosystem, right? So today, before I invite students from the Bina Bangsa to tell you more about what they created, I want to talk a little bit about what Apple ecosystem did in the learning environment for your schools, university, in your office, or for your personal development, right? So first of all, what is the ecosystem, right? When we are talking about ecosystem, what's in there? So it's quite simple. Apple ecosystem is a giant device made of hardware, software, and services, right? So it's not just one device, but it's multiple device, multiple software, and multiple service working together side by side, creating an integration that is made for you to learn, or for you to work, for you to become more productive, right? Especially for you students, I want to talk more about how this ecosystem is designed for you to learn. It's designed for you learn better. There is one simple sentence that I want to emphasize in the Apple ecosystem, that simple tasks should be simple, but advanced tasks should be possible, right? It's like when we are buying a cooking machine, an oven that is easy to use, but we don't know how we can create some food that is more advanced. But with Apple ecosystem, I want to talk to you more how simple things is very simple to do because it's designed for you to learn, but it's still possible for you to create something advanced, right? So the ecosystem that I want to talk is start with an iPad, a device that I hold in here, right? I want to run you through a day of how you are using this iPad and integrate it into the ecosystem that can enhance your productivity, enhance your learning, right? That's what I want to emphasize for this talk, okay? So imagine you are coming into a class, the bell is ringing, and you want to start the class, right? So today, we live with a lot of technology this day, right? Not just technology, but apps. So many apps, right? Even when you open your device, there are so many apps that I have to open, right? Whether it is for writing, whether it is for translating, whether it is for so many things. The disruption is real. Social media, your games, right? Because sometimes the device that we use, we're not really taking care of intention of how it is used to learn. But I want to show you with an iPad, it's just like you're pulling out a book of your bag and start writing things. There is no distraction. How? It's actually very simple. I want to demo you a little bit about, this is me just demoing in my office. So imagine you're coming class, you put your iPad in the table. What you have to do? Usually in some other device that the technology that we use, we open the lock, we open the apps,
Press power button.
press the power button, right? But with just an iPad, it's just like a book, right? You grab the pen and just start writing what you have in mind. And that's it. You start writing what's in the lesson, what your teacher talked about, right? So it's really designed for you to learn. It's just one thing, right? Then again, when we have to, after we write something, we take a note at something, right? We have to deal with some organizing things. We have to rename the file. We have to know, okay, this is a lesson from Mr. Z, and okay, right? And you have to type again the keyboard and write something, right? But here's the thing. With the Apple ecosystem, where there's already in there a machine learning already embedded without even you knowing, right? So what I do, I just type in, I just write with my pencil that this is a lesson of algebra, and you can see on the left side, it will automatically rename into algebra 1-on-1. Without I have to go to take my keyboard, the machine learning inside the device is working for you, right? So you don't have to do another distraction, right? Again, maybe this is an algebra lesson, maybe it's a geography lesson or a physics lesson, right? Sometimes you have to pull out a calculator, right? And again, there's so many apps when you want to change apps, there's so many distractions in there, right? But there is something that is new since last year. We call this a math notes. So you basically can do anything inside your notes, like a calculator things. For example, if you want to do a basic calculation, right? Maybe you want to count something, just write the equation, and the machine learning will automatically do it for you, right? So you don't have to go to any other apps, you can just continue doing your notes, right? And make the notes that is really for you. It's just basic, it's not just basic things. You can also do something like a function. Maybe you want to write a function of linear algebra, and you want to see how the graph is, and the notes will automatically generate you a graph. So you can see how the value changes over time, over the graph, right? So that's actually there are so many things that I want to talk just in the notes, but in my talk in here I don't want to talk about how great the notes, but I just want to emphasize that in the ecosystem, whether you go to the other native app, this is something that is embedded. It is something that's already designed for you to learn. So it's not just in the notes app. Okay, but for this talk, I just want to emphasize on these apps. All right. So just a little bit more about math notes, right? This is something that is support. So if you want to do a conversion, you want to do more on arithmetic, negative number, trigonometry, right? It's something that you can do using just the notes, right? So let's say you already end your lesson and you want to start, you go out of your class and you want to start studying with your iPad, right? There's so many things that we have to, usually when we want to learn using this piece of device, there's something like we have our own ritual. What's your own ritual, for example? Setting up a music, right? Press the do not disturb, right? Open certain apps. So many things that you have to do just for you to get started. In the Apple ecosystem, there is something that we call a shortcut. A shortcut. It's available not just on the iPad, but all in the ecosystem. In your iPhone, in your Mac, right? It's available in there. You can create a shortcut, anything to your needs, to fulfill your basic ritual. Like in here, for example, when I want to start a study, in here, in the bottom, I already create a shortcut to start my study. When I press that button, I will put up a modal on how long I want to study. It will put my iPad in a do not disturb mode, right? And it will automatically put a timer. After that, it will automatically open my notes for me to start my study session, all right? So I don't have to one by one press another app, right? I already designed it there. It's just a one click away for me to start my learning, right? There's so many shortcuts available out there, and you can customize it based on your need, right? Okay, you can also, in here we cannot listen the music, but actually I run a music in my own shortcut. So when I just press the start study, it plays music, put me into do not disturb mode, right? Play a timer and open my notes so I can start my study after I did the ritual. I can also put it into my home screen, into my lock screen, right? So I don't even have to open the menu, just press it and it's done. That's the custom shortcut that I put on my home screen. Okay, and to emphasize a little bit more, I actually want to tell you about Apple Intelligence in just one specific case. So if your device already have Apple Intelligence, the device really can understand you. Really can understand you, what you are doing, what you want to find out, right? And what you want to do in the future. For example, in here, right? This is a video from Apple. This is just one case of what Apple Intelligence allows you to do. Not just proofreading, not just like rewriting like the AI that we used to know, but something more personal. Let's check it out. Okay. Right? So there's just one thing that Apple Intelligence allows you to do. It allows you to know you more, and like you can do certain things like play the podcast that your wife has sent, set a reminder, who's making the notes from this event. Apple Intelligence allows you to do that. But what's more important as an Apple value is everything is running on your device. Your privacy is taken care of. There's no data that is leaked outside. All the process, all the data is happen on your device, and a private cloud just for you, So there is no data that Apple takes or any other third-party company takes. So when you use this technology of Apple Intelligence, your data is secure, your device is personal, and it enhances your learning. So that's the one thing, enhance Apple ecosystem to do? Enhance our integration with technology, make your learning feel seamless. There's no friction, right? So another thing that I want to do, what they enhance, is about collaboration. Because I know when you learn, you need to collaborate, either in a group project, right? Either in a group setting, okay? Or sometimes in an online event, right? You invite your friend to a meeting, an online meeting, right? And again, what this ecosystem is designed is for you to do certain things seamlessly. It enhances your productivity, right? Because opening another apps just for you to invite other people, right? Setting up the meetings, right? It's something that can distract your learning. So that's why if you use the Apple ecosystem, there's only one button with one shape. The share button is the same across the ecosystem, right? The one share button that is same across your iPad, iPhone, Mac, and across the software is the same button that you can use for collaboration. It's built on top the same technology, the share sheet, the share play, right? So when you press the button and you collaborate with other people, there's so many things that you can do directly into that apps, right? It's the same collaboration mechanism that you use either for you to do asynchronously, or if you want to do a sync collaboration, you can just call them and make a group call, right? And this has happened with just the same button across the platform, whether you want to ask people to collaborate or you want to do a asynchronous collaboration. So this is one video that I want to show you how to collaborate on a shared presentation in Keynote.
While collaborating on
It's also possible, right? So the technology is open for everyone. And last but not least, I already said in the beginning that the ecosystem allows you to do simple tasks and make it simple, but advanced tasks should be possible too. I want to talk about two things that you can do advanced things with this iPad, right? The advanced tasks should be possible. There's a native app called a Reality Composer in the iPad. This app allows you to construct a 3D scene, a 3D environment. So in here, you can create a 3D interaction just using your iPad, right? So you can modify what happened, when you click what happened, right? For example, in here, from some tutorial that I found, like they create a virtual chessboard, and then you can actually interact with it. You can play it, you can run it on an augmented reality setting, right? It allows you to do that. So that's one of the advanced things that this device allows you to do, right? But today, I'm not going to talk further about this. For today, I want to talk more about another advanced things that this iPad allows you to do, which we call a Swift Playground. A Swift Playground is an app that allows you to create an app that allows you to create an app, right? Using Swift programming language, right? In a very simple setting, right? So you can actually write Swift code using your Mac using an app called Xcode, but it's more for a pro developer, for more complicated. But you can actually achieve the same thing with your iPad just using a playground. The interface is more simple, it's more straightforward. You just focus on your code, see the result, and boom, run it. Okay? The language is the same like what you use professionally, so it allows you, students, or someone who is just learning, to get started with Swift in a very constructive setting, right? Because here there will be more guidelines, there will be more tutorials already embedded in there, right? So today, for our mega submission, I want to talk more about what we can create with these tools. That's why we invite some of the students that already made something for their Swift Student Challenge. So let's see what we can create with it, right? So we're going to have an app showcase in here.
All right.
Right, so that's what
Okay.
we're going to do after this.
So I'm going to continue what Mr. Okta said. Maybe before we continue, we can give a round of applause for Mr. Okta. Yeah, I see how is Okta very love about iPad, yeah,
Right.
because all the thing is basically what you talk is the Apple ecosystem on iPad. But if we can talk more deeper on the technology that you just presenting, Okta. So for the developers, maybe when you hear about what Apple Pencil can do in Notes, the technology behind it is more to the machine learning.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
So the developers can learn about machine learning, and if you creative enough, you can create sort of like ecosystem or experience like giving equations, and also the summary will be come after using a machine learning.
Yes.
That's the technicality behind the Apple Notes, right?
Yes.
And then if you see the chessboard, the digital chess board that Okta just said recently, it's about augmented reality, right? So in the Apple ecosystem, we call it AR kit.
Yeah. Yes,
Right.
AR kit,
AR
reality kit.
Reality kit, sorry. So the reality kit or AR kit is the mechanism in the Apple ecosystem. Basically, the user of iPhone and iPad, you can just go for it, right? You can use it to create your 3D models, and if you creative enough, again, you can create an applications that using your 3D model and 3D assets.
Yes, the same technology. So all the things that I showed you about Apple feature is actually open for you. You can actually utilize it also for your own creation, right? So it's an ecosystem that is not just open for the user, but for the developer also.
Yeah. So the correlations in the what Okta wanted to say in his presentation to the Mega Submission Day is we already see how Apple using their own technology to empower learning, right? That's the correlations between what Okta said to our today's topic. What the Apple technology, Apple as a big company using a technology to empower learning. And then after this, we want to see what student can create after being empowered by the technology.
Yes.
So without further ado, I will be stand right here and then let Mr. Okta calling one by one the 5 students that Okta have in this room to present their showcase.
So about a month and 2 months ago, I have the opportunity to help many students from the Bina Bangsa School to learn about Swift Playground and help them to create something using it, right? So today, I have several friends from the program that want to talk more about what they created and what is their experience while they are learning to code, right? And again, they are the representation of us, and Indonesian students who wants to submit and participate in this Swift Student Challenge, all right? So I'm very excited to call them one by one to talk more about it, right? Are you ready, guys? To talk more about it to all the people in here? Hopefully so. Okay. So for the first one, who I want to call is Nixon. Please.
Nixons, give
Come on
applause
stage.
for Nixon. Hey. You can go to center point. Right.
You want to use the iPad? Or you want to use both? Can you?
You want me to help?
So many
Hi.
gadgets.
So my name is Nixon, and I'm 15 years old. So I think coding is something that is really interesting, and I would really love to learn more about it. The reason why I joined Swift Student Challenge is because I wanted to showcase my skills in making an app to help people across the world. So I started learning Swift around a year ago, it is in my syllabus for computer science class, and I really thought it was interesting. After a while, I started to research myself and teach myself Swift. Not only is it a fun experience, but these skills might actually help me learn in the future. The story of me making this app is actually from my great grandpa, which actually had dementia before. Every time I would visit him, he would think that I was basically a complete stranger, not recalling any past memories I had with him. So I wanted to create this type of app because I presume many people having dementia around the world may benefit from this app by this app helping them how to remember people's past memories, people's birthdays, and many more.
Sorry, I just hold the iPad so you can comfortably.
Thank you.
Just let me know if you want to go to next.
So, this app features many features, but I'll mention the key points. So, first of all, this app has facial recognition, which can identify people and track them where they are and identify who they are. So, for example, there's a person, you can save that person, and then that person will be stored in core data using Swift core data. And then using Core ML, I use Core Machine Learning.
Is that the face recognition? Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
yes.
just close. Okay, continue.
Secondly, we have memory notes, which saves names, birthdays, and pictures and voice recordings, so the people with dementia can really recall who that person is. And it can also encounter history, which displays past interactions to help recall memories, and even has a quiz to quiz you about to help you remember who that person's birthday is, where did you meet them, and many more. Are you or someone you know navigating the challenges of dementia? Remember Me is here to help. My app uses advanced face recognition technology to make social interactions easier and less stressful. Remember Me is designed to boost your confidence in social areas and also to help people with dementia. Together, we can build a community that supports one another. Thank you.
Ooh, wow. This is your testimonial. You want to read one again?
You want to talk about how your learning experience about Swift?
So I really thought Swift wasn't that interesting at first, but once I learned it in secondary 2 when I was around 13, it was actually really interesting. There were a lot of features that you can do. There's a lot of machine learning and things you can really make from that app, which I think is really interesting.
So the things that I talked previously about you as a developer actually can use machine learning also too, yeah? Yeah,
Yes.
you already use it. Yeah, so what do you use? You use Core ML and what?
Core ML, I use AV Foundation.
AV Foundation and
And
then?
then after that, Vision also.
Vision, okay. And then what else?
That's all I used.
Oh, okay.
One question for me. What is your biggest challenge while developing this app?
So I really think the core machine learning was the hardest part in making this app,
Right.
because you have to use a machine learning It's either you build it yourself or you take machine learning from, for example, GitHub. You can find many machine learnings there. I use FaceNut. It is very hard because you have to like insert it, and after that you have to know the specific instructions to tell the Swift on how it can collaborate with that core machine learning to your app.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's something that you think you and the other student is still possible for you to do, right?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
okay.
right.
Thank you so much, and I
Yes,
think I hope it
Yeah.
can inspire other learners to also use the
Yeah.
same.
Thank
right?
you.
You can sit
How old
Hmm?
are you once again, Samuel?
Sit,
How
we
how
can-
old are you?
15
year
years
old. So
old.
this 15-year-old boy already learned about machine learning. How amazing.
Yeah, we can talk more about again after this, after the
Right.
Q&A. And I want to call the next student, right? And let's call Ethan.
Ethan, hey, coming. Right. Okay, give Ethan applause once again, guys.
Woohoo! Do you want to use the iPad? Okay. Here we go.
Ethan, my second boy name.
Hello, my name is Ethan. I'm 17 years old and I'm from BBS. So basically, my app is called Infonesia. It's like Indonesia, but like the F is D. I mean, like the D is F. So basically, like, so the app is just basically an app designed to like quickly teach people about Indonesia. So like when you usually like talk to people like outside, like Indonesia as an Indonesian, some people actually like don't know where Indonesia is or that it's even a country, Some people, when you like mention Indonesia, oh, I'm from Indonesia, then like people say, oh, wow, Indonesia is a part of Bali, or something like that, So basically, the main feature of my app here, which is here, basically, my app will give you a map, basically, of Indonesia, and when you tap on the island, it will tell you information about it and facts.
Right.
So like you don't have to, like search online, oh, where is Java? Yeah. Oh, what is Java about? You can just go to this app, immediately look at the information and know about their people's culture and like what happens in there and like current situations. So Apple like Swift provides a very good looking UI, so I utilize that here. It tells you like a lot of information.
Okay. Yeah. So you have a lot of city information, right?
Yes,
I saw that you also create a mini game in there, right?
yes.
Oh, okay.
This
Oh,
is
this
the
one, the
mini game.
Mm-hmm.
I use drag and drop feature to help people practice their geography.
Oh, okay.
So you can drag the name of the island to the respective island. It's like a drag and drop, mix and match.
So this is the features inside the app.
Yes.
So not only about the historical informations, but also the gamification concept,
Yes.
right? Wow, that's great.
All right, cool. So,
What's next? Yeah.
So for people who want to use like Swift to program or starting out programming, there's going to be a lot of trial and error, Like when you just start out, you might not know anything at all. Because like as a person that just began starting to use Swift like maybe like 2 months ago, before like after like the announcement of the challenge, I had to like learn a lot. I had to like search up a lot of tutorials. Like I had to read through a lot of documentation from the official Apple website, and like sometimes it can be really intimidating and like hair pulling, So what I'm trying to say is just basically like if you want to start programming, it's a very long journey. It's very slow. Like sometimes like as you learn along the way, the learning curve may be steep. but it's okay, you know. Sometimes just take a break.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So how many times have you pulled out your hair when learning this?
Because you say it, yeah. Pull your hair out, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So you just learned 2 months ago, or you how when you started doing the Swift coding?
When I started hearing about Swift, not yet learn, yeah. When I hear about Swift, I hear about it from my friends or like teachers, because like BBS Peak is like a Apple school, right? So everything we use Apple. So I started getting interested in Swift, and when I heard that there's like a challenge happening, I decided to start learning it.
Ah, okay. So you just start to learn when you hear about the challenge it started, right? So it's
Yes.
2 months ago.
Yes.
Okay, so you made that in 2 months, and it's also about not just for you to create the app, but you learn also
Yes.
from it. Okay, that's very cool. Okay.
Okay, I have a questions before we move to another person. What is your the biggest learning journey that you can acquire while creating this Infonesia app?
So basically, as a person who like already used Python before, like it's very different from Swift.
Right.
I get to learn new things. I get to learn how other like software companies design their software and how it differs from other types of like software, you know,
Right.
used to create code. The steep learning curve is just basically like thinking of like what to make first.
Oh,
Right.
Like usually before like making the app, like you have to like know what you want to do, right? But you know, like that's the hardest part, to find the idea and like implementing it into your app. Like Swift playgrounds, like Swift in general provides so many like foundations and like features, you know, like machine learning, face recognition, like previously, and like things like swiping and like drag and
Gesture.
drop.
The
Yeah,
gesture.
touch
Gesture.
features, yeah,
Yes.
gestures.
Okay.
So like, first just learn the basics, then like think of an idea.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
Cool.
Very brilliant young mind. Give
Thank
a round
you.
of applause
Thank
once
you,
again. Ethan, thank you. You can have
Yeah.
a seat there.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
Good.
So same with us, Yata, as a
Yes.
professional developer. Sometimes when we facing a challenge, we just stop.
Yeah,
we just stop.
we need to take a breath
Yeah,
first.
take a break first.
Yeah.
Learn another thing first. Maybe sometimes the answer just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. All right.
Okay,
We have
next.
3 more students actually
Yeah.
that will share their story. Next, I want to call Andrew.
Andrew, coming on stage. Yoo-hoo. Wow, very tall. Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you.
It's
All right,
sorry.
Andrew.
Okay. It's go next. Next.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Okay. So I want you guys to imagine a world where everyone is healthy, from young children to teenagers like myself, to adults, and to even the elderly. Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, I mean. I am Andrew Karsanukmantar from Binabangsa School, Pantai Nagapuk, and I'm currently a junior college student who is interested or passionate in learning computer science. I've learned multiple things such as Python, HTML, CSS, a little bit of JavaScript, but most importantly, Swift. And that's why I'm here today. And an interesting about myself is that I like to exercise, may it be working out or playing badminton or even playing basketball. And so here's my app.
Play again. Yeah. Wait. Oh no. Wait. Wait.
Wait.
Is that playing?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Sometimes it happens when we are having a technology event.
Yeah.
And
Happens.
most of the time what we said, Okta, when trouble
Technology.
technology. And
Yeah.
woohoo.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's not playing. Can we hold the screen first? Bisa
Okay.
the freeze?
Could
Maybe
you please
there's.
hold the screen first, Avi?
Can we freeze the screen? Okay, all right. Wait a second, yeah. We need to.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. All right.
All right, can play again. Let's go back and hopefully it's running. Come on. Okay, let's check it again. What happened in here? Oh, I think. Okay, the video is not synced up yet. Maybe we can go to another person first. Yeah.
Right. No worries. Maybe you can start explaining what happened next when we play while Okta maybe fixing the things. Yeah.
Okay, so my app is basically a storytelling app which talks about a young teenager called
Right.
Andy, who basically he was fit at.
Which is you? Andy.
Sorry?
Andy, which is you?
No, I'm Andrew.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, he was once fit. He used to run track races. He used to run marathons.
Right.
But one day, because of a fatal injury,
Okay.
he basically had to undergo a recovery period.
Okay.
And in this recovery period, he lost all his motivation, and he
Okay.
started to pick up on bad habits such as
Yeah.
eating unhealthy foods and
All
not
right.
working out.
No
So-
wonder Andy is so big, yeah, in this
Yeah,
picture.
very big now.
Very big. now.
So basically, this app is basically it talks about how the user can help Andy recreate his life by recreating his routine, such
Okay.
as basically removing unhealthy stuff from his routine
Okay.
and basically creating a new diet for him,
Mhm.
such as steak maybe for protein, vegetables, and eggs.
Okay.
So, the reason why I made this app is because I too was once a unhealthy person, especially in the pandemic era, where I also lost all my motivation. I did not work out. It was pretty bad. But one day I decided to start working out, and that turned out to be the best decision of my life. And basically, my learning journey in Swift wasn't actually that easy. It was very hard, and I had to balance it with all my tests, projects, and homeworks. It was hectic, and I had to undergo many hours of coding. But I never gave up, and I'm glad that I never gave up because it's things like these that can impact the world,
Di sini emang
that can make the world a better place. Thank you.
Yes, nice. So Andy, hang on. Maybe we will back to you after the team fixing it. So basically, I want to talk about the things that you create in this app. So what is the experience that user can do while accessing your app? Is it like a game, or is it more like an information board like Infonesia? Or what kind of activity you provide?
So it's basically a storyboard first. So
Right.
the user will have to go through a story, and
Okay.
in the process of going through that story,
Right.
basically this game would prompt the user to recreate his diet, so the user would have to
Oh.
press on certain foods,
Right.
and the plate would have to have
Okay.
4 foods, and everything would have to be
So it's
healthy.
like a meal plan.
Yeah, it's like a meal
Oh,
plan.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
really good. And I see in previously, basically, I already see the app that you created before just last night. I see you create like a gamification concept when the user can drag and drop the healthy food in the plate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you separate into a 4 quarter, and then the user can put in the ingredients that considered healthy.
Yes.
Okay. What informations? I mean, from what kind of informations you get? This is food is healthy. Do you do a research or something like that?
Yes, I did research using multiple websites, and from what I've seen, usually a diet would have to have a balanced proportion of foods such as like protein, carbohydrates, and fats.
Yes.
But they all also have to be healthy.
Right.
And for example, a healthy alternative for protein is steak because it contains multiple nutrients and it's natural. Nature made it.
Okay, so before you decide to use gamification concept to select the ingredients and foods, you do your own research first, and then you create like a,
Okay.
is it?
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, you create like a like activity that this is the
Yes, yes.
yeah.
It's here.
Maybe we wait. We watch first. Yeah, maybe.
So as you can see here,
Yeah.
the unhealthy one will be rejected and the healthy one will be accepted.
And you provide all your storyboard here,
Yes.
made by yourself.
Yes.
Wow. Along with the design.
Yep.
This is very beautiful design.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so as you can see, the user has to make a new routine, and if the routine is healthy and balanced, then, well, Andy becomes healthier, as you can see here. And the ending of the story is basically a message to the user to when you want to work out or when you want to start a healthy life, you don't have to start big. You just have to start small, because it's those small steps that make a big difference.
Right.
So yeah,
All right, Andy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you.
very much. Awesome, awesome.
Sini dulu ya.
Awesome, Andy. Have a seat plus first. Okay.
Okay.
So, Okta, I'm,
Okay.
I'm having a lot of chat with Andy. It's very interesting because one of my personal mentee last month, if you guys watch again the third episode of Swiss Student Challenge campaign, last month I interview Selo Farrell, is my personal mentee, who do similar like Andy about healthy lifestyle for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious where they got information about healthy lifestyle, yeah, because they're very young, yeah. But our young children's now thinking very mature.
Learn from the teachers.
Yeah, learn from the teachers and
Okay.
also parents, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, very
Okay.
great. Yeah,
So let's go for the next student. I'm gonna call Dave.
Dave,
Come ahead,
let's
Dave.
go. Okay,
Here you go.
okay, Dave.
Just use the notes. Yeah, I will play the video in here. Yeah.
Right. Don't forget to say hi to our online viewers.
Hello everyone, my name is Dave Sebastian Wijaya from Bina Bangsa Pik. I'm from grade 11, or in our school it's called JC1. And first, I'll start off, as the former lady Eleanor Roosevelt once said, you wouldn't worry so much about what others think of you if you realize how seldom they do. This shows how we overthink actually, how like, oh, pretend we wear something we don't like, oh no, what would others think about me? This would help increase our social anxiety, which I don't really personally recommend.
You want me to play?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So, a fun fact about myself is I like to play golf, soccer, and make robots. Recently, I just joined a soccer competition which I just got third. And before that, I also joined a robotics competition called Make X, and luckily, I went on to the international round in China. So next, I shall explain why I made the app. So it all started at a family dinner. Me and my family, along with my dad's side, like the grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, okay? We were all eating, and like all the children and all the parents have their own separate tables. So in the children's table, we would usually play games, you know, have fun, talk with each other. But there's always this one single cousin who's sitting alone at the corner, staying quiet, staying lonely. And whenever we invited him, he would always come up with like, maybe. He's never sure whether he wanted to join or not. So I felt bad for him and started including him in more, inviting him to church. When I played soccer, I also invited him. And whenever I played with my friends, I hang out, I also tried to invite him. Slowly, he became more confident and outgoing. This experience opened my eyes to the impact of social anxiety, inspired me to take action. I started a school campaign, but even though I only presented it in class, it made a difference. Most of my classmates started talking with each other, getting more, so slowly the circle expanded. Now I'm working on an app to reach and help even more people, maybe even global. So first, my app will start off with a slideshow. This slideshow is to help you relax first. It also has calming music, which can be heard right now. So that, oh, never mind, it can. So this will help before the app starts. You would relax yourself, get a comfortable position, clear your mind. This way, it will help you better. So first is this. It's a social anxiety tips. So I went to my school counselor, Mr. Ari, and together we researched on tips and tricks how to reduce and maybe even fully heal your social anxiety.
Right.
I chose this color scheme because, according to Indiana University, blue, yellow, orange, red, purple, and cyan are actually calming colors. They help you calm yourself down, reduce social anxiety.
Okay.
Next is the mood journal. So
the
this is
colors.
where you, maybe it's like where you collect everything that you did. Pretend day one, I met someone, maybe I made a new friend. Then you would list it down there, so then you can remember it and maybe even record yourself and how you've already changed throughout. You can also export it and maybe send it to others, maybe helping others too. Next is the relaxing breathing techniques. I got 3 breathing techniques from Indiana University where they're all for separate purposes. So the first one is what I like to call 2-1-4. 2 seconds inhale, 1 second exhale, 1 second hold, and 4 seconds exhale. This is for people who are having a panic attack and have less time to calm themselves down. Maybe you're presenting and in the middle of it, you lost track, you would use this. Then next is the 4-4-4. Basically, it's for people who have strong breath and have a hard time calming themselves down.
Okay, so you made all of this, like you're asking a lot of people then.
Yeah.
On
And
how
then
to do it.
lastly, I made the 5-1-7. This is for people who have a long time, and it actually helps for long term.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and then next is the puppet game. So I was wondering on how to make an app that could help yourself down while also keeping you entertained. So I went to this. Like the puppet toy where you press and make the pop noise? Yeah, I did the same. And here, this is the credits.
Mr.
Arihanto,
Arianto, is he
your
coming?
teacher, this is your teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he coming?
No.
No. Okay. Clap hands for Mr. Arianto. Watch it online.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Done?
Very great.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's
Oh.
itu.
Yeah.
Wait.
You have a closing statement.
You want to have?
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
So, lastly, I just want to say, if you or someone you know struggles with social anxiety, this app here is here to help you. Whether you're looking for support, guidance, or a simple boost for your confidence, this is designed to help you make your social interactions easier. Swift coding actually empowers you to help build apps like this or more to help make things that matter relevant again. So, if you believe in this mission, help spread the word. Together, we can create a world where no one feels left alone. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you very much, Dave. Yeah. You can give iPad to Mr. Octa. So I like your drawing style. This is your own creation. You're drawing on yourself? No. You invite your friends to help on it? Okay. I like the concept, and as we know, after we hear 4 of students explaining about what they can create on the Swift programming, what we can see is the Swift programming is only a vehicles, but the driven is the creativity.
Yes.
Students can create something like teaching healthy lifestyle, or maybe the being a more mindful person, or maybe about the history, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So back again, programming is just a tools, is a technology, but the spirits is the creativity.
Yes.
Yes.
So last but not least, I would like to call Samuel to the stage. Come on, Sam.
Samuel, come on. The last but not the least.
Okay, that's your notes. I'll play it from here, yeah? Cool.
Pollution, global warming, and trash. It's everywhere, but most people don't really think about it in their lives. That's why I wanted to create a game that makes people more aware of these problems in a way that's engaging and interactive. Good morning. My name is Samuel from Binabangsa School PIC, and I am 14 years old in grade 9. My app is an interactive game that raises awareness about pollution, global warming, and animal mistreatment by immersing players in a world where they can see and experience the consequences of environmental damage firsthand. I wanted the user to experience to feel intuitive and engaging, something that doesn't just inform but also keeps players invested. The game takes place on an island with trees scattered randomly across the island, as well as animals such as cows and pigs. The player is represented by a simple circle with physics-based movement controlled by a joystick that only appears when you touch the left side of the screen. A lot of time was spent making sure that the joystick felt smooth and responsive in order to make the game feel smooth. One of the core mechanics in the game is collecting trash. Trash items spawn across the island, and when the player gets close to the piece, they can pick it up. There's a counter to track how much trash has been collected, reinforcing the idea that small actions can make a difference. The Learn More function also helps users to understand how global warming and pollution impacts each and every animal in our environment and ecosystem. As our database expands, more information will be added and compiled and updated. What inspired me to create this app is the fact that despite so many green campaigns, most people still don't fully grasp the severity of pollution and climate change. The problem isn't a lack of information, it's that people don't want to connect with it personally. That's why I wanted to create an experience where people can see pollution piling up, animals being affected, and the direct impact of cleaning up their surroundings. The real problem I would like to tackle is the disconnection between knowledge and action. Many people know pollution is an issue, but they don't feel the urgency to act because they don't see the immediate effects. By putting them in a virtual world where they can witness the consequences of neglect and the benefits of positive change, my app makes the issue more personal. If we can get players to reflect on their actions in the real world, then we can successfully say we have accomplished our goal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, wait a second, yeah. So you say this is coding has always fascinated you. Can you explain more a little bit how is that fascinated you?
Ever since I was young, I always liked to code and build robotics. In fact, I think during 6th grade, I joined a competition called Make X Spark, the same competition they joined, and I managed to get to the Guangxi Adolescent 2nd place, sir, and
Cool.
yeah,
That's
the
nice.
worldwide one, sir, online, sir, and then we were able to submit a project that was able to go through to the globals. And ever since then, I've been really invested in programming and coding. And although Make X block coding and Swift coding is a huge leap from each other, I believe that if you enjoy coding a lot, it will not be hard to change from one form of code to another.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much.
How long
Sam?
you need, Dave, to create an app, the game app like that?
The game itself took around like 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow, that's very fast.
Yeah.
2 and 3 weeks.
Yeah, but like more to add more features. The 2 to
Right.
3 weeks was just the basic like joystick functions and moving around and also the mob spawning.
Right.
But then the rest of like the key features of the count and
Okay.
how the game mechanics work itself, as well as the UI, the user interface
Right.
itself, took like way longer than that, sir.
Okay. So if one other questions, if you still have a time, maybe another 4 weeks or a month, what the features that you are really want to looking for to be added to the app, to the game?
I think if I had more time to add features to the game, I would definitely make the users be able to interact more with the animals and their surroundings. Maybe even be able to let them be able to ride the animals and maybe interact with the trees by cutting them down. In fact, that was like already halfway into, but then it kind of lagged, so we decided to remove it. But if I had more time, I may be able to complete it and input it fully into the code.
Right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Very
one,
good.
One thing that I want to actually, your app is very interesting because there is something that you usually take it for granted when playing game, which is the joystick. Do you make the joystick yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you make the joystick when the joystick you move and the player move. You make it all by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I used to make something like that several years ago, and I know that's not something easy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whoa.
because you know what? When you're creating that, it's actually you apply a trigonometric function, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
cosinus one. When you pull the joystick and you put the direction of the player, there's a cosinus function in there,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's very powerful when you use Swift Playground, you use IDEA. We actually applying a lot of our knowledge in schools, like math, like global warming, like physics, like
Yeah.
biology, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's very powerful, right? Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You can
You-
sit
you may
there, you
sit
can
here.
hold your mic. So I think, yeah, you can also sit beside your students,
Yeah.
Octa. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I will stand just right there. So this is the 5 students from Bina Bangsa School, along with the program that hosted by Octa. What is called your program,
It's
Octa,
a
once
Road
again?
to Swift Student Challenge.
Road to Swift
with
to the
Bina
Challenge.
Bangsa School.
With Bina Bangsa School. Okay. So if you guys have questions, again, I really want to hear some of the audience, maybe on site first or maybe online. If you again want to ask to the mentors, Okta, or directly to the students, you can raise your hand and the team can deliver the microphone to the audience. Okay. But maybe before the audience, I want to ask to the mentor itself rather than the students, because the students is, you can hold it, just hold it, because the students already present. Okta, we do this second time, right?
Yes.
Last year is our first time. This
Yes.
is our second time.
Yes.
Yeah, helping dedicated schools to push the submission for Swift Student Challenge.
Yes.
More importantly, to push technology advancement to the learning ecosystem.
Yes.
What the different than the previous one?
Okay. So is it about the program or?
Your feelings.
Yeah, I think this year a lot of enthusiasm, yeah. Well, I think a lot of more students are joining in, and a lot of people, a lot of students also learn it like beforehand. More, they have very great spirit to start the learning. Yeah,
Right.
some who started to learn Swift like 2 months ago. Okay. Yeah.
In my
Right.
personal mentee, I prepare it since November.
Okay.
4 months. So your team is 2 months.
Yeah,
right?
some are 2 months, right? Yeah, yeah. I think what I want to highlight year by year, the difference is actually my mission too, and with Theo also, and with the team also, to encourage more people like to get in hands of what this device capable to do.
Yep.
It's not just about the result that we want to emphasize, but it's actually the process.
Right.
It's the process behind it. When they learn, they do something, they create something. I totally amazed when you create something that you actually ask your teachers, right, what is this knowledge about, and you actually putting it into your apps, right?
Okay.
So you use the knowledge, and I think that's actually the purpose of us to learn, the purpose of learning, right? You learn something, a trigonometric function, global warming. Not just learning it, but you actually conceptualizing it into something that other people can use.
Okay.
So I think what's the difference than last year? I think this year many students are creating something like that. They grab the knowledge that they learn from schools
Right.
and create an artifact from it
Okay.
and give it to other people, to their friends, to
Okay.
their teachers, and hopefully you can continue and publish it so more people can get the benefit of what you create. So I
Okay,
think
so-
that's what different.
Yeah. That's interesting. So what I got from your explanations, the students that you prepared this year is collecting more informations within the schools and the activity itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Rather than they create other things out of nowhere. They
Yes.
just see what they originally can see every day, right?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Coming to the technology part, right, Okta? We know that Apple, as a company, every year they launching new technology and new framework, right? On your program this year, do you push certain technology to be implemented by students, and
Yeah.
what is it if you push it?
Yes, so for this year program with Bina Bangsa, I actually encourage one thing, but again, it's actually up to the student who want to use it or not. So usually if you know the technology, the framework that they use is Swift UI. You all learn Swift UI, right?
Swift UI.
Yeah, but if you remember this year on the third or fourth session, I empower that you learn Swift UI by starting creating in a spatial computing, right, in a 3D settings, right? You remember that? So but again, it's actually up to the student who wants to use the knowledge, who wants to
Yeah.
something in 3D or not.
Yeah.
But something that I emphasized this year, the spatial computing, right, the Vision OS thing, the augmented reality things, right, it's not something that's sophisticated or advanced things.
Right.
With a Swift UI, with a simple Swift UI, you can actually already create something with it. With the tools so that I introduced you earlier, the Reality Composer, and you grab your playground, get the file from Reality Composer, do a simple Swift UI code, and then you can actually create a spatial computing app. I think just a high school student can do also if they really interested in the spatial computing. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the difference between last year. Last year I started to teach everyone Swift UI from the basic, but this year I started teaching everyone about Swift UI, but specifically on the spatial computing.
And everyone using iPad for coding?
Yes, everyone use iPad.
Again?
Who start using a keyboard?
Without keyboard?
Without keyboard again?
I just
Everyone have
curious.
keyboard already? Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. God bless. Because last year,
Because
no
I
keyboard
had so
at all.
many students who was code in iPad without a keyboard, just with a virtual keyboard.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. I have questions from the audience. Maybe you can stand up, sir, and introduce yourself to this.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haryanto. If you remember me, maybe two weeks ago, I was here. Last month, yes. And meeting with two other students, brilliant students like all of you. My question is simple because I believe everybody in the audience or we are easily think that students have already have schools, sometimes another activities, and then now you are actually not only can manage your time, you can actually acquire some things, even a new things. I heard that Swift is new things for you. That's very interesting. My question is, how can you make the other students believe that our time is enough? If we want to learn something, even though we have schools, we have tasks from schools, we have another activities, some even do robotics. I believe there is another activities for you, but you can still manage to have new things to learn and actually making some things meaningful. Maybe you can share about how you manage your time. Thank you.
Anyone wants to answer?
Thank you, Pak.
How you manage your time? Who is the most busy in here?
Who's the one who doing two competition at one time? Yeah, can you?
Yes, Sam?
You can
I think
share
the
first.
okay. For us, we have also a lot of competitions in our grade, and a lot of competitions this week, and especially last week. So I think as long as you put your mind to it, you can eventually learn how to do it. And just focus on your abilities. But I think the JC2 are more cramped than us. So
So basically, what I do is I have a certain timetable, I guess, for the week. So
Yeah.
I'll just cut like 30 minutes from each activity. That way, like, it's gonna like total up to 2 hours. And within those
Okay.
2 hours, I would not including research, just coding. I'll just try to code, fix, test and debug.
Hmm. And then only 30 minutes. Sorry, certain hours you allocate, right?
Like tuition, or no, maybe the time I spend to play.
Okay.
I just cut.
It's like a Podomoro thingy, right? Great.
Yeah, so similar to Dave, I actually use this sort of to-do list method, and it's proven scientifically that it could basically boost your efficiency in doing things, and doing this thing will really help you manage your time and to do the things that you have to do. And
Yeah.
when you compare us with other students in international countries, there's so many people who's doing so many things at such a young age that you can really know that if you actually tried, you could really find out and fulfill your true potential. So yeah.
That's nice.
So basically, how I manage my time is so basically like when I'm maybe in class, right? I'm doing my lessons, like writing down homework. Um, I would usually like write something down in notes, like what I think is going to happen later down the day. So maybe like after tuition, maybe I can go like take a walk or like take a shower or play some games. Sometimes I'll just have to like allocate some time to Swift like every single day.
Yeah.
But like sometimes things don't go your way, Maybe like your friend recently has something very exciting happening to him. Maybe like your dad's friend getting married, so you have to, you know.
Personal calendars.
Yes. So like sometimes when you make these schedules, you have to like, walk around it sometimes. You don't have to always follow it like a Bible. Like, okay, maybe like, okay, today's Monday. I promise myself Wednesday I will do Swift, okay? Then something unexpected happens. Like the world isn't going to wait for you. So why wait for the world to give you opportunities? You know what? Take initiative. Start now.
Wow, you're very bold, Ethan.
Thank you,
That's
Ethan.
really great.
So for me, I have the same method as Dave here. So I
Yeah.
actually use Apple Calendar and the reminders. It's very useful. You basically every new task I have, I put it in the Apple Calendar or reminders. So then I can see which time I'm free at. So I can do my Swift during that free period or take a break, for example. And the reminders app can also encourage me to do the app. For example, when I'm too lazy, you can actually sort it if it's high priority, medium priority, or low priority. So you can really, it really encourages you to do the
Yeah.
Swift correctly.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, everyone. So I think these students already have like a very clear mind, yeah, how they want to allocate the times, how they want to put a commitment on it, right? So no wonder they coming on stage today, right? But again, on Okta side, as a mentors, you have group mentors that working with you. Do your group mentors helping on scheduling things or creating a time allocation for the students?
Think during the program we actually already give some time to for the student. Not every day there is a Swift class. We
Yeah.
also provide all the recordings so they can visit
Okay.
again during their own free time. And we also provide, there's one big moment which is the camp in Sentul where I invite all of my mentors to help everyone. So yeah, there is some time allocated just to focus and some time for them to do it on their own.
Okay, so the synchronous session and coming with the asynchronous session
Yes.
where they can learning and also gaining more creativity on their
Yes.
self, right?
Right.
Okay, give a time for them to improve, lah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, basically, right. So I think, is there any questions maybe from the audience? If you want, nope. Okay, Maybe one last question from me to close the Q&A, because after this we want to guide everyone here and also the audience on the house. We want to guide how to submit your Swift Student Challenge, right? So Mr. Okta, after this will share screen the step by steps how the best practice to submit it.
Yes.
Yeah. But before we moving to the next sessions, have one last questions to every students. You can answer one by one. I'm gonna ask you about what you want to do after this, after the Swift Student Challenge, still in the Swift programming and also the Apple ecosystem. So what you want to do?
I think for me, once the Swift Student Challenge is over, I will continue working on my current code just for the fun of it, and I think I will be able to expand more on it and make it more interesting, more developed. And in the future, if I have the passion for it, which I think I will be able to develop it with more knowledge I gain in the future and be able to expound on more projects and develop new things to help new people with new problems. And yeah,
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
So I'll use my app to push my campaign once more in school. You know, maybe get to show it in front of the hall, help some more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'll try to like publish the app, also promote it in social media, maybe help others as well, maybe even around the world.
That's nice. If your app can be used with your friends, yeah, in school, that's very nice. Thank you. Next.
So one of the things that actually inspired me to make this app was because maybe 10 weeks ago, I also had an event, and in this, it's basically a project where I had to motivate people to basically work out more or have a healthier life. I did it with Dave here. I was in the same group as him. We presented in front of the entire school, and I may or may not use this app to basically expound more on that project or to advance on this project. So yeah.
Right.
What I think I'll do after submitting is actually like during the meetings where like the mentors teach us about Swift, they actually covered about like 3D models and like using Reality Composer to make like immersive images and models. I actually want to explore on how to make like a 3D game in Swift, actually.
Wow, that's great. Thank you.
So after this Swift Student Challenge, I think I want to try to publish this app in the App Store, since my goal for this app is to help other people with dementia. So I can share this app with other people and also provide maybe daily updates as I learn more new things from time to time. That's it.
That's it. Okay, thank you very much. Can we give a round of applause once again for the students? Okay. Right, so Mr. Okta, you can stand up. Maybe the kids can back to your seat or this?
Okay,
Maybe you can back to your seat. After this, we want to guide you, everyone here and also online, how to start your submissions. And the one that will become a guide is our professional learning specialist, which is Mr. Okta, that already prepared the slides that you can follow, right?
Right.
So for everyone here, for the students here, if you want to just submit today, please open your Safari browser, right? Open your Safari browser along with your gadgets, pretty much iPad or MacBook, and you can also start applying today with us. Also for the students online, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there is around 20 Apple Academy students, yeah, applying, because we have a group, yeah, for the Apple Academy graduates, but most of them is watching us online. And for the Bina Bangsa, your program is around 50, 60?
I think it's around 60%.
It's around 60. Yeah, and other students.
Yeah, in Indonesia.
So in Indonesia, we aiming hundreds, right, Mr. Okta?
Right.
Sure. Okay, without further ado, please, Okta, you can share screen.
So, let's just play it.
Yeah. Swipe to the iPad, please.
iPad. Okay, so for the submission time, right? So you can go actually, if you don't know the website, you can just type in on your search engine Swift Student Challenge 2025. And I believe it will be on top of it, right? And when you already open the site, there will be a submit button. Apply now. And you will be asked to log in of your Apple device, but if you already succeed, you will come into this form. Okay? All right, I will just guide you step by step and what you need to take a look at. While the other student can also try to submit it. All right?
Yeah.
So, I don't think this is just a basic information. You
Yeah.
can just put it, your age, make sure you confirm your age, yeah? Don't lie about
Yeah.
your age.
Name and the
Yeah.
phone number along with the international code for
Right.
Indonesian student is +62.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened if you are not on the age?
Mm-hmm.
I mean below 13. I believe it's still okay to put 13 to 17 years old if you are below 13 years old,
Mhm.
because after this there will be additional part for submit like a parent letter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but you need it. Yeah.
If you
Okay.
need it.
And next
First.
is actually this is very important, which is your status. You don't have to put mentorship outside of school if you are not part of an education institution, right?
Yeah.
But if you are from schools, especially Bina Bangsa or what, you can just coding class at school or coding class outside of school and put out your name in there.
Yeah. So what the difference between how did you learn and the student status? Let me explain a little bit, Mr. Okta.
Yeah.
So how did you learn the code is basically it can coming
Anywhere.
inside your school,
Yes.
inside the curriculum, or it can coming from the outside school.
Oh, yes.
So again, based on your experience, if you are from Bina Bangsa, you can put it on Bina schools, computer science coding class at schools. But if you are learning from outside, you can choose mentorship outside schools
Yeah.
or even choose others, and then there will be an additional insert
Yes.
box
Yes.
to put your community or something like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah,
right?
it's just be honest with your experience. If you learn it from school, you put it to school. If you just learn it from our program, you
Yeah.
can also type it. Yeah.
And also the student status, if you are an active students, maybe the Bina Bangsa and also the others, you can select the first one, enrolled or have graduated within 19 days from, right?
Yes.
This is for the students who are actively learning at schools.
Yes.
But if you are not a students but joining STEM organization or educational curriculum, you can choose the number 2. And even if you are an Apple Developer Academy students or graduates, you can choose number 3. And if you are just graduated but not more than 6 months, you can choose the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are just graduated from schools or universities.
Yeah. So for all of you BBS students, you choose the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the academics day.
Yeah.
And when you select here one of these, you will be asked on top of this, like a document that that states that you are part of that organization.
Yeah.
Okay. You can use your class schedule, proof of enrollment, or if you just graded, you can put your proof of graduation, right? Make sure in that photo you have your name clearly, your school name, your organization name, and the dates that's showing it's valid. If you don't know, please contact your teachers,
Supervisor.
ask your teachers, ask your supervisor,
Yeah.
ask a manager in your institution or in your education institution.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the middle, if you are an Apple Developer Academy students or graduates, now you can joining the competition by selecting which academies that you are coming from. So it's grouped by the countries. So if you are an Apple Developer Academy in Jakarta, Surabaya, Batam, or Bali, you can just simply select Indonesia.
Yeah.
And then it's coming similar like educations. You will be recommended to upload the documentation file, which is maybe your certification of completion or the documentation that as a proof that you are an Apple Developer Academy students or graduates. And don't forget the local leaders, which is the academic managers. You can put the name of your academic manager in your campus, Apple Developer Academy campus.
Yeah. For those who are in school, don't forget to put your teacher's name, email, and phone, because if you are winning, they will ask and verify your status. So make sure you put a valid information, okay?
Yeah. And the last one on the very right side, this is from the last selection if you are just graduated but not more than 6 months, yeah, after your graduation day, which is the university graduates, the school graduates, or even Apple Developer Academy graduates that not more than 6 months after the graduations. You can simply upload your graduation certificate, and then after that put your former education supervisors there.
Okay, so optional, which is a STEM membership. You can choose other, right? If you are join our program at Innovation Seller, you can type the organization name and you can choose. You can put the photo that we have during our last camp. If you are on Swift at America, you can also put Swift at America and you can put your photo during this event, right?
Yeah, and don't forget, please check I certified that I'm not working full-time as a developer and not employed by Apple in any capacity at the time of applications. So this is the consideration because this competition is only dedicated for students.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So make sure you are a student, yeah? Now it's for your playground, okay? So you can actually go to your Swift playground and zip it, right? In your iPad, you can zip it and choose it, okay? And for the screenshot, you don't have, I know some of you have, and the others create so many page, right? Like a ton of page. Just screenshot the most important screen that is highlight your app feature. You don't have to screenshot everything, right? Just screenshot the most highlighted screen that you have created.
Yeah.
For example, for whose game that have several breathing technique, yeah, maybe you can just screenshot the breathing, the tips, and the pop game, and that's it. You don't have to screenshot the menu, the credits, right? It will be shown in the playground itself.
Yeah. For the screenshots, we strongly recommend the 3 screenshot is basically from your application features. So if you have 3 features that really strong to tell, to be tell to the users, please create a screenshot basically for your explaining about your features. And also do not forget the standard software that being used by the judges is either Swift Playground 4.5 or later, and also Xcode 16 or later.
Yeah, I believe everyone who's using iPad is using Swift Playground, so make sure you use it. Xcode is only on the Mac, and it's more into professional settings.
Yeah, and for the other resources, if you use open source from GitHub or any resources, and also if you by any chance use other content provider, like a graphics, audios, and so on, you can select. If you use from the other resources, you can choose yes.
Yes.
But if you create it all by yourself, just simply put it no.
Yes.
Yeah. There is one difference, Okta, from last year, which is the one that I put an arrow on the top. Maybe you can next to the next slide. This information is just uploaded by Swift Playground just recently. Yeah, this is the things about artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah. So the AI is permitted during this competition. So I mean, students from the statement says that the students can use artificial intelligence as a tools to help the students on the programming, coding, or even for the creating the contents, right?
Yeah.
But it recommends students to tell what the AI being used for. So this is the new things, different than last year. If by any chance you're using an artificial intelligence to help on your coding or maybe content creations, please tell the Apple team, the judges, how you use it and for what.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I believe during the camp, I saw a lot of students asking me something they get from AI. Yeah. So hopefully you can also mention what you get from AI, what you learn from that, and what kind of tweak that you create.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's important. Not only what you use, but what you learn from
Yes.
using an artificial intelligence.
Yeah. So it's okay. AI is okay for everyone to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure you learn something out of it. Okay. And make sure your app sentence, yeah, be concise. You don't have to. I know there is a lot of feature that all of you are trying to create, but be concise of what the app does. For example, my app helping people that is overweight to gain more confidence by using what? Yeah, by using interactive game, by using a machine learning. Yeah, so make sure you highlight that in your one-line app sentence.
Right.
Yeah, so this is the previous one. Yeah, a proof of your education enrollment. Okay. Now this is the storytelling
part.
Yeah. So again, all of your submission, all I know, the judges not only see your submission, right, your technical capability, but it's the way you tell a story, right? So Swift Student Challenge is not just about you code, but the way you tell the story is so also important, right? So I would love for example the one who is putting their app into the other students, you can also tell them, yeah. Some people are using my app in my school to use this. I consult with the teachers. Feel free. Okay?
And I know everyone really love to tell about story, but Apple have limitations.
Yes.
200 words or less. So make sure your story can be wrapped up within 200 words.
Yes.
And the new thing from Apple now, they put it social media as an optional and also comments as optionals. It says that if you have the social media to be accessed by the judges, you can put it there. Maybe you have other works that you posted on your social media, or maybe by Behance
Oh, yeah, Behance.
websites, yeah,
Yeah.
you can put there as well, yeah, as the additional resources. Even if you having difficulties when using a Swift Playground and you find it interesting to be reported, you can put it in the comments. It
Yeah.
means that you learn from the mistakes or the difficulties,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then about the storytelling itself, quote by Mr. Tim Cook, our CEO of Apple Inc. Corporation, humans are incredibly visual and powerful. Moving images help us to find meaning. So we use story to make sense of our lives and our place in the world. Make your storytelling stunning to get opportunity for the Swift Student Challenge
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah. That's why your story is very important. Okay? So this one I think just a basic information about your mailing address. Because why?
If you winning the Swift Student Challenge and you in the range of 350 people who are selected as the winner, Apple will give you a prize.
Yeah, recognition prize.
There will be a recognition prize, there will be a merchandise, there will be a token of appreciation that will be sent from global to your home.
Yes, so make sure you put the right address, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Because they will not send it by Gojek.
Yeah.
Right? Please put your address along with the postal code, yeah, because the logistic is international logistic partners. Right.
Yes. So yeah, I hope everyone can already understand about the submission. And again, all the Swift Student Challenge is very important for you to tell your story, to highlight your idea, your creativity, and your technical capabilities in using Swift. That's the three components of Swift Student Challenge. Okay.
So to make it today as a catalyst for Swift Student Challenge submissions, we want to celebrate about the mega submissions today, and also we want to invite all the students in Indonesia, not only in this place but also online and everywhere you are, to start submit at least today and tonight.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow is the last day for the submission.
Yeah.
Right.
23rd February at I think at American time, not
American
our time. So
yeah.
we need to see the adjustment. Yeah.
Because tomorrow is the last day, so today is the catalyst to invite everyone to submit it today.
Yeah.
So
tomorrow maybe you can rest.
Yeah.
You can rest if you want to submit today. Let's submit it today.
To celebrate, can we start the countdown? Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, start your submission today. Now.
Okay.
Yay, give a round of applause. Okay. I believe for Bina Bangsa is already submitted, yeah. Maybe previous day before, yeah. Pak Alvin, thank you very much. Mr. Okta, thank you very much. It's 60 students already from Bina Bangsa. And for the Apple Developer Academy graduates, yeah, we have representative here, 1%. Maybe you can remind your friends to start submit it today. There will be 20 or more from Apple Developer Academy. My personal mentee, 5 of them already submit yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's around 85, and in the other place, I believe there will be a lot of students applying.
On the other island, on the other Apple Developer Academy and the other school, there's so many from Indonesia. So yeah, I think this is a very good community for us as students. Hopefully, like next year and during this year, we can connect more students, so we can learn together for this submission next year, right?
So at the end of the day, we can say that congratulations on your submission, 100 students to Swift Student Challenge 2025.
Yeah.
Right. So we close the session today and give back to Ed America host. Thank you very much.
Can we have a round of applause, everyone? Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending our event today. We hope that this event has been very insightful for everyone here. And earlier in this event, everyone, we had a social media quiz. And the question was, is it true or false? Swift was created by a Microsoft engineer. And the correct answer to that is false. Swift was created by an Apple employee named Chris Latner. Shout out goes out to @MuliaGGN from Instagram for answering the question correctly. Now, for everyone here and for everyone who's watching who are interested in attending more events by Ad America, don't forget to follow us on our social medias at AT America on Instagram, X, Facebook, and also YouTube. And also check out our website at www.atamerica.or.id for more event information and also updates. And with that, it is time to say goodbye. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for attending our event today. And my name is Ara. See you at the next Ad America event. Thank you, everyone.